The overwhelming U.S. Senate vote last week to end massive annual subsidies to the ethanol industry was not the final word, but it did show the program is in peril, and the prospect is not going over well in the heartland, as we hear from Cynthia Bowers.
Illinois corn farmer Paul Taylor admits he was caught off guard by the Senate vote to cut $6 billion in ethanol subsidies.
I think it's a blow to America's corn farmers.
The 45-cent per gallon tax break goes to ethanol refiners, but farmers benefit because the increased demand for corn boosts prices, which have nearly doubled since last year.
The impact it could have on our bottom line is anything we do to reduce demand ultimately reduces our price.
With this week's vote, the Senate sent the message when it comes to budget cutting, everything is fair game. Republican Senator Tom Coburn released a statement saying, "Today's vote was a major victory for taxpayers and a positive step toward a serious deficit reduction agreement, which is our only hope of averting a debt crisis." Just one short decade ago, only about 10% of America's corn went to ethanol. Now the number is closer to 40%. That's nearly half of all the corn we grow in this country going right into the gas tank. Oil analyst Phil Flynn says after 30 years of taxpayer help, it is time for the ethanol industry to stand on its own.
This industry is big enough to take the training wheels off. Why do they need a 45 to 50 cent a gallon credit, just to do their business?
Michigan Congressman Mike Rogers agrees. He applauds the Senate action and expects to see similar legislation brought up soon in the House.
I believe ethanol is a viable fuel source, but it can't continue at the way we're doing it. It may be, in fact, bankrupting the country, and we just can't allow for that.
One alternative that could save billions is to reduce the subsidy, and Paul Taylor says farmers could live with that.
The short answer is yes, we're willing to play ball. We want to be at the table. We want to be players. We want to talk about where the ethanol industry is going from this.
But for now, farmers are watching this year's crop and worrying about next. Cynthia Bowers, CBS News, Esmond, Illinois.